Stop! Not another step. You're not going to just saunter in here, are you?
And what if I am?
No way. General Magnus doesn't want anyone to disturb the mages. So without the General's permission, I'm not letting anyone in. Are we clear?
I see. General Magnus asked me to speak to the mages.
Oh, yeah? And I'm supposed to believe that?
Do I have to get the General down here?
Nah. Forget it, I believe you. For all I care, just go in if you want.
Are you this friendly to everyone?
You aren't responsible for the mage's safety. If anything goes wrong or goes missing, I'm the one who gets it in the neck. They don't pay me nearly enough for this shit.
You put your heart and soul into your work.
Don't mess with me, all right? I thought being a guardian would make me rich and famous. I'd go out and do some heroic deeds, and everyone in the tavern would love me for it. Instead, I just hang about here. And every once in a while, some cretin comes by and wants to compete with me.
Anyone who causes trouble gets the boot.
The mage's house. I hate so-called clean magic. Where's the fun in that?
Books on nature cures. Nothing could be more boring.
What? Oh, are you new here?
Well spotted, old man.
Don't give me any cheek. Could you assist me, soldier? Or, wait a moment, what was I saying?
Greetings, honorable mage.
Yes, lovely. What was I doing just now? Oh, yes. How can I help you, young man?
I've heard coconut oil is good for your brain. Maybe you should try it before something else goes wrong.
Coconut oil? Why don't you put some proper clothes on before you talk to me like that?
Who is the most powerful mage among you?
The Honorable Mage, Zacharias.
Right. And where is he?
He is with his research subject behind the reactor, on the other side of the Great Canyon in the northeast.
How do I get to meet Zacharias?
He's deeply engrossed in his research. He's most interested in the reactor. He needs its magical energy for his research project. As long as the reactor isn't working again, I fear that he's not going to see anyone.
I see. You seem a little confused.
Yes, that's true. I'm about to make a breakthrough in my small experiment, but I'm still missing something important. I just keep getting carried away there. What did you say you want?
Where is your experiment?
The experiment is nowhere, just in my head. It's well, what?
No idea.
A thought experiment.
Right.
Yes, you see, I'm trying to determine the amount of energy that our monolith network needs for the reactor.
Reactor? What's that?
Oh, do you want to see the reactor? It's my greatest creation to date.
Really?
Follow me. I'll show you what we have achieved. This building and the one on the far side of the canyon form a circular focal point. We call it a reactor or a magical ring. The flows of magical energy converge beneath the bridge between the two buildings. Once the reactor starts running, it disrupts the equilibrium of the elements. The Titans don't like that at all, and they will give Taranis a wide berth in order to avoid the flow of energy. Fascinating, isn't it?
Impressive construction.
Indeed. However, we only managed to start up the reactor once, and that was only briefly. We quickly realized that we couldn't keep up the flow of energy for long. We simply need more magical power in order to keep the reactor operational. We need to reinforce the network with suitably large monolith stones.
Right. Sounds complicated.
The lightning monoliths erected on Taranis accumulate the island's magical energy. They stand in a most favorable constellation for the energy flux. All we have to do is divert it to the crystals in our reactor. Easy.
I see. What are you waiting for?
The monolith stones haven't reached their destination yet. I've been waiting for days to hear news that the stones have been installed.
You mean the stones need to be inserted into the lightning monoliths?
Oh, you have been paying attention. Yes, exactly.
About the monoliths. How many monolith stones do we need?
3 stones for 3 lightning monoliths. We've got 2 of them here on the island. Our old friend Difuego got one of them from us. A gnome named Kasim. But the little chap should have been back ages ago.
Who did you send to get Difuego's stone?
A cadet named Horace headed to Tacarigua on our orders. That was several days ago. I hope he'll be back soon.
I think I can help you with the lightning monoliths.
Really? How?
Let me take care of it.
That's true in theory, but the problem is, even if we have all the stones...
What then?
The monoliths are very far away, and they're surrounded by wild animals. Make sure you're well equipped if you head out there.
Thanks for the advice. You trusted a gnome with something as important as that?
Why not? They work alongside with us.
All right. Once again, for the deaf. Have you placed several shiny stones into the hands of a gnome?
Yes?
And now you expect him to willingly deliver them?
Yes.
I think you should leave matters to someone else.
But how? How are we supposed to find Kasim again?
I know where Kasim the gnome is. I spoke with him.
What?
He's around the camp somewhere.
Really? Oh, I can't tell those little guys apart. He was supposed to bring the stones.
Kasim claims that he doesn't have the stones anymore.
Ah, that lying little bastard. Bah, why should I get all worked up about this? He's just a gnome. And because he's a gnome, he's hidden his treasure somewhere. All you have to do is tell him that someone's found his treasure. You'll see how quickly he takes off to check if it's true.
He's not that stupid. But I could follow him.
If you do, make sure you're not discovered. It's not easy.
We'll see. What was a mage doing with someone like Governor Difuego?
We were once... how should I put it? Let's just say we were business partners. It was a long time ago, you must understand.
What happened?
Well, he supported our research. And in return, we supplied him all the crystals and minerals that we couldn't use from the mines around Caldera. It went well for quite some time, until the day that all the mages were banned from Caldera. We had just enough time to save our skins. In the end, we were able to save 2 monolith stones from the chaos. The third one remained on Caldera. I think the Inquisition soldiers gave it to Difuego. Where's...
What a wonderful spot for a mass sacrifice.
Don't think about it. What do you think of this part of the world?
The mages are powerful and have built a substantial base here. And they are pursuing the wrong objectives. They haven't really understood the dangers and will perish like all the others.
Huh?
Oh, you not magic man. Busy see right away.
Impressive. You're clever.
Yep, busy bring delivery dinghy. Not always right sorted, but with time I get better. Without help of Gnu, big chaos.
Do the mages treat you well?
If busy better at help magic man smiler.
I understand. The mages are happy with you if you work hard.
Yep, that's why work lots, no blah blah. Master Lumbrock always say, speech is silver, violence is gold.
Its speech is silver, silence is gold.
Homie, sure?
Very sure.
Well, well. Look what we have here. What brings you to me? Knowledge of magic? No, someone like you will never understand that.
What do you want with the mages?
I take care of many things that the average soul could never comprehend. It is down to me, and me alone, to make sure our crystal gloves exceed all expectations. Thanks to the gloves, each guardian is able to focus the magic that we mages wield intuitively.
I want to learn how to use the crystal glove.
You? No. Only someone who serves the Guardians may receive this honor. Until you've been sworn in, you will be forbidden to use the crystal gloves.
Have you got any work for me?
I assume you're not offering to restructure our filing system, are you?
No.
Good. Gnomes could do it better than you anyway. But there's one thing you could do for me. The intensive study of magic often makes me hungry. And my palate demands delicacies from across the southern seas. If you find any specialities on your journeys, I'd be prepared to buy them from you.
And as for your delicacies, would you like something special on your plate?
What kind of question is that? A gourmet like me always eats the most exquisite food. An exquisite cheese, a delicious ham, or some dainty mussels. That is how I prefer to dine. Top it off with an aromatic wine.
Any idea where I might find your specialities?
I heard that the demon hunters on Calidor serve a delicious ham. I also know of a pirate who's a master of brewing. I believe his name is Bruce. As for the mussels, you'd best look on Antigua. And the cheese. Well, Zacharias, head of our order, had a unique one delivered recently.
I'll see what I can find.
Excellent. But don't even think of serving me something common. I don't want to be sick.
Well, well. A new face here on Taranis. Reason for your stay on Taranis?
I'm searching for answers.
Aren't we all? But we don't prevent anyone from working. When I'm in search of answers, I study the old scriptures. That takes up a lot of time, not to mention sleep. But let's get on with the procedure. I will document and archive your arrival. Every bit of information could be important.
Well, if you say so. Can you teach me things?
If you give me the necessary small contribution, that should be no problem. I can't teach you any spells, of course. Unless you're one of us.
Aren't you worried that someone might steal the books?
No. There aren't many among the drunkards who can read. So our parchment won't be of interest to them. Losing the crystals would be the worst thing that could happen to us mages. But we've taken precautions.
How are you going to stop thieves?
The simplest means are also the most effective. Take me, for example. My valuables are always stored in my own chest. And because every single thief will search my body for the key, I have given it to the gnome Zakia. You see, it's a system that's completely safe.
Why do you need all this information?
There has to be an institution of some sort in this time and age that consolidates the knowledge of all mankind. If we lose that knowledge, we lose all chance of a future. Just thinking of how much knowledge was lost during the conflict with the Inquisition makes me shudder.
Can you tell me something about the shadows?
Let me think. It's not the first time that their kind walks this earth. Something is driving them on, but I can't say what it is. All I know for sure is that if they're not stopped, the existence of mankind hangs in the balance. But thanks to our reactor, we're equipped for the challenge.
How were the shadows defeated back then?
Your perspicacity astonishes me. This question is indeed worth considering. I don't think that people back then could have created anything like our reactor. Maybe the demon hunters or the natives will be able to provide the answer. But I wouldn't expect any sensible answers from their hocus pocus.
What smells so good?
Who? What? Matricaria resuscita.
Matri what?
Good God. Chamomile, cretin.
So you're the alchemist?
A little louder, please. I'm a bit hard of hearing.
I asked if you're the alchemist.
Of course I am. I mean crystals. Pff. The real magic is in plants.
What are you working on right now?
You should know that we have multiple climate zones here on Taranis.
And?
Don't interrupt. As I was saying, due to the climatic conditions, a special herb grows here that I've named the Taranis herb. Just imagining what powers could lie hidden in this herb makes my heart flutter. However, they are scarce. If only I had 5 specimens, I could continue with my studies.
Doesn't it get boring down here?
Boring? Au contraire. The great art of alchemy is never boring. The study of magical ingredients requires time, and don't you forget it.
All right, I understand. Why don't you send someone to get you the herbs?
I did. But those damn gnomes keep bringing me the wrong herbs. Just recently, one of them brought me a common Calluna vulgaris. I ask you, what am I supposed to do with a Calluna vulgaris?
Watch your blood pressure. Where does the Taranis herb grow?
Look around in the center of the island. There is a river fed by a waterfall. You should be able to find it there. Let nature be your signpost.
I'll get your Taranis herb for you.
Excellent. Make sure you don't use too much force pulling it out of the soil. You'll receive one of my elixirs as a token of my gratitude.
The mage Erasmus needs the monolith stones for his reactor.
Passim no stones.
You're lying. You've definitely hidden them somewhere.
Gaga, homie. No make hide. Kasim honest canoe.
Fine. I'll get the stones on my own.
Huh? Why? You not know where stones.
You think? I just saw a few gnomes playing with your monolith stones.
Oh, no. I mean, don't interest me.
Yeah, I bet.
Homie now go. Kasim has things to do.
Good. Let's see if the little shit has taken the bait yet. Now, I just have to follow him when he leaves. And make sure he doesn't see me. Is that even him? They all look exactly alike.
Homie not follow Kasim. Kasim going back home now.
No. You'd like that, wouldn't you? Ah, I've caught you. So this is where you're hiding.
Ah, crapper. Homie plan the chest if homie like. Only no Basha Kasim. I'll quickly nipple home too. Yip.
About the monolith. I found Kasim's monolith stones.
Ha! That means he really did hide them somewhere. Well, good that they're back now. They just have to be placed in the lightning monoliths. We must hurry, young man.
One more thing about the mines.
Yes?
There is a promising deposit of crystals below the camp's well.
Yes, of course. They're an important part of the Mage's reactor. The crystals down there should stay where they are.
I see.